Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. We're out here on the road here in Melbourne, out here at Frankston in particular, but let's go across to our friends over in South Australia in particular, of course, speak with our favourite Adelaide City Football Club, and of course they're playing in the NPL women's competition, which starts very, very soon. And of course, we've got three very special guests from Adelaide City to tell us a bit about how the preparation's been like. Thanks all three for joining us.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
No worries. Well, I'll get all three to introduce yourselves and tell us what positions we are hoping to see you once the season gets underway.
I'm Bianca. I play in that defensive midfield role next to Ali, hopefully. And I've been at City 6 years now.
I'll go. Hey guys, I'm Daniela Di Bartolo, playing as a 10 role, so attacking midfielder. Been playing for City my whole life, so keen to get this season started again.
Yeah, my name's Ali. I'm returning to City this year. Used to play for City for 5 years, and I went away for 2, and now I'm back. And yeah, I'm playing as a defensive midfielder. So yeah, keen for this season.
So how's the preparations like heading to that, obviously, the 2022 season?
Good. Intense.
In hard.
I was just saying, with our new coach, Angelo, he's definitely made a good environment, good culture this year. So yeah, we're very keen to get started, and we've definitely got back our experienced players. So yeah.
What has Angelo, your coach, brought to the team this season that will hopefully change things there at Adelaide City?
I think the key part was bringing back some of the senior players, like Dee said. We've got a really good mix of experience and youth coming through. I think last year we had more youth than experience, which doesn't always work sometimes. But yeah, I think this year what's been a real good thing is that good balance between the team.
There's certainly like a level of professionalism in the club that I've really found great coming back into, and something that I've really missed. And yeah, Angelo really has such a high standard and really gets the best out of all the players. It's just a very good environment to be a part of. And yeah, I think it's really making everyone kind of lift their game as well, which is good.
So we're obviously all the experienced players coming back this year. Is the expectations to win the whole thing and snare that trophy that you've won so regularly the last couple of seasons?
Always.
I think that's the plan. Yeah.
We definitely missed that cup, that's for sure.
This year.
Yes. So I guess I'm assuming the team that you want to beat the most, Salisbury, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I think we want to beat every team, but yeah, those top 2 or 3 teams of Salisbury, West Adelaide, you always try a little bit harder in those games.
Just tell us how important your youth players will be now with an extra year under their belt.
I think it's good that, I guess, because we had a lot of youth last year, they got a lot of game time into them. So I think having some of that experience at that level is going to be good for them this year. With that mix of senior players as well around to continue that mentoring of them. And obviously Angelo has a structure that he wants to play, and he's really good at explaining how he wants to go about things and breaking it down for everyone. So I think having that experience that they might not have got previously is only going to help them when they do need to come in and fill a position, or if they start, but also for the next couple of years. I'm not getting any younger, so some of those younger ones are going to start coming in and becoming those senior players soon.
For all three of you, we mentioned about the team. Do either of you have like anything that you want to reach yourselves personally in your own game?
I think for myself, like every game is important. It's, all about like learning every game. Even at my age, we always learn something. We even learn from the youth. So it's good to always be adapting to the environment and always striving to become a better player. And I think this year is definitely the key to do that.
100%. I think, my goals for the year are continuing to improve every week and learning and, like Dee said, adapting and getting what we can from every game. But, I think everyone's ultimate goal at the end of the year is hopefully we've got all 3 trophies in our cabinet this year.
That's it.
So how did all you get involved in the World Game and why did you choose it?
Well, my brothers both played like growing up, and then I was just kind of forced into it really. Like as long as I can remember, I was kicking a ball, and as soon as I was old enough to join a club, I did the same club that they were at in the Adelaide Hills. And then, and I was kind of always obsessed with doing what they were doing. So I always wanted to kind of copy them, and then I just stuck with it, and still going.
For me, I was just looking for something to do in the winter season because I played summer sport, and I would kick around with the boys at lunchtime, and they were like, why don't you come out and play? So my first couple of seasons I actually played in all boys teams, and it was good fun. They looked after me. So, and then I enjoyed it and stuck with it.
I was born into a soccer fanatic family, so I had no choice. So I've been playing since I was 4, always been brought out to games and always playing with my cousins, and it led me to continue to play all these years after.
So all 3 you mentioned right at the start, what position you're hoping to play or still playing. Do you have like a dream position that you're hoping to maybe get your coach to convince to to put you in that position?
Interesting. I love playing as a holding midfielder myself, so I'm very happy there. But no, we've had some chats with Angela's had some chats with me about going a little bit higher sometimes, trying to get me on the scoreboard more, because that's definitely something that I lack, and I always hold back going towards goals. So that's another thing that this year I'll be working on. One of my goals too, obviously. But we'll see.
Well, I guess in the past, kind of played where I was told to play. I've played as a right back, a winger, a 10. But I'm actually really enjoying 6 this year, and it's going to be fun playing next to Ali. Hopefully I can hold and defend a little bit so she can run up and score all the goals for us.
So calm.
Oh, they say when you get older, you tend to go back to defense, but I still am attacker, and I don't know. I think that's my goal, to stay as an attacker.
So now I know this is going to be the most silliest question I'm going to ask, but what will be some highlights throughout all 3 your World Game journey? I'm assuming that there's a premiership involved in this.
Couple.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Oh. Sure.
Okay. Is there one particular year that stands out of those premiership years?
Well, I've got a couple of key moments in my short journey. I haven't been playing as long as Dee, but I guess I've got 2 standouts for me. My first one is my first ever game for Adelaide United. And then my second is that treble winning year. To win 1 cup is pretty awesome, but the fact that we could do all 3, and there's only, I guess, now one other club that's ever done that, but we were the first to do it. So I think that's a pretty special moment, and it's something you get to share with your closest friends, which are the people you play with.
I was a part of the treble winning side as well, with City and all the girls, and that was such a great year. I believe that was the year we celebrated with a trip to Bali as well. So it was very, very good year. And we'd love to get that again.
Yeah, mine would have to be that year as well. It was a very enjoyable year, especially with Pezos being our coach. You can't get much better than Pez being your coach, but hopefully Angelo can back that up this year.
What does the World Game mean to all 3, and especially playing with the most famous football club in the land?
I think it's exciting to be a part of, especially last year. It was 100 years of women in football, which I think was really exciting to be a part of. For me, it's an opportunity to do something I love, and to hang out with my close friends, 4 times a week. So for me, it's something that I enjoy and want to continue doing as long as possible.
That too. It's like an identity thing for me as well. Like I wouldn't know who I am without this game. It means everything to me. I would feel lost without it. So it brings me happiness. It's just my life. It's just joy. It's what I live for.
Yeah, it's just that something you obviously look forward to. It's not about, I think it's passion at the end of the day. Like some people go through their life without finding, passion or something they really look forward to. And I think as a footballer, I look forward to that the most.
Now, considering all three have been part of the triple premiership, and I'm assuming all three have played with each other for quite a while, what have all three learned from each other and on and off the field?
Wow. Well, I feel like I've developed like so much over my time being with City and playing with these girls, both of these girls and all the other girls that we've played with across those years. When I started 5 years ago, you wouldn't even think I was the same player. I've come that far purely because of the environment and the coaching staff and the pure talent that we've had in that squad throughout those years. Just even me being on the sidelines watching some of those girls, like Dylan Holmes, one of my closest friends, is like I look up to her, like, and she's someone who plays my position, and she's taught me so much. So like I owe everything to this club, like my development, and I still think we're just going to keep learning from each other. Obviously it's not just the coaches that we learn from, it's definitely our teammates and every aspect.
100%. I think it's not really just one thing that sticks out. It's every session we're constantly talking, supporting each other, learning from each other. This year or so far in pre-season, obviously Ali's been a massive support for me because she's playing the same position as me, so we can bounce off each other a lot. I played with Dee for a number of years, and I don't know, the two shorties on the field seem to find each other.
and the oldest too.
Yeah,
we hold
I was thinking that part out.
I've really learned a lot from. No, I was just saying, it just got me overwhelmed. I think they've definitely helped me along on my journey. People come and go, but every year, there's special people that you connect with, and I definitely can say I've connected with Bianca and Ali, and we share the same passion, so I will continue to hold that close to my heart.
What would be your advice to people, especially in Adelaide, that should get involved in the World Game, especially with the best club?
Go for it. Don't hold back. Like, life's short. Just if you want it, like, there's so many people there to help you, and obviously a club like City, they'll get the best out of you if you want it enough. I would just say go for it and try.
Oh, I was just going to say, this is why we literally have 4 nights a week together. So I think we're just on the same page.
Oh yeah.
But I was just going to say our success speaks for itself. We're the most successful club, and I think that attracts people, and our professionalism is just one of the top tiers. So I think for people wanting to join, it's always a good idea, and we're always welcoming new people, and
and I was going to say, it doesn't matter how old you are or what your level is. There's always different avenues. There's that social side, that bit of fun. If you want to be more serious about those avenues as well. So it's one of those sports that anyone can play, everyone can be involved in at any time, at any age. So, some people start really young at 4 or 5. I started when I was 12 or 13, but then you've got some people who are only starting later on in their 20s. I don't think there's a time that you have to start. I think it's any time. Start now.
Let's finish off with a couple of harder questions about your teammates. Any embarrassing moments by anyone at training during the preseason, and what was it?
Did Alicia do a chundy the other day in the sprints?
Yeah, I think so. Came out full, I reckon, a full pizza on the pitch.
Yeah.
I would have to say also, I think one of the young girls, there was a mannequin on the pitch and she was looking the other way and ran into it, face flat on the floor. So we were all on the floor laughing.
And you also get people come out with one line. You're just not sure. You're like, I'm not sure if I should take them seriously with what they've just said. But yeah, we got a really good group. A bunch of they're all funny.
Definitely.
The mannequin strike again in another football interview I've done now. So who's the comedian, the best singer, the best dancer on the team?
Izzy Darwin Flight's singer.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Dancer. I'm sure there's a few that think they're good, but whether they actually are.
Maybe Caitlin, dancer.
Yeah. She's probably the comedian too, because she's the one that comes out with someone.
Yeah, I'd say Caitlin would be the little jokester too. She does make some good comments.
Is anyone on the team into their TikToks?
No. Probably the younger girls.
Chrissy Zikos, right?
Oh, yeah. Chrissy Zikos.
It'd be Chrissy.
I think she's famous.
So, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
I do. Brushing my teeth. I have to brush my teeth and train. I do it before training as well, but game day, yeah, got to be fresh every way.
Mine aren't so much superstitions. I guess it's just routine. And I guess if you do something for a game and you play well, it just becomes part of your routine. But I have a couple. I always get dressed in the same order. Always have a banana just before I leave the change room. And I have game day hair, so I always have braids in.
I'd have to say it's a probably eat well, eat the same thing. Game day, you always have to do the same thing. I don't really have anything else, but yeah, it's all about the nutrition for me.
This one as well. Is there any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
Well, when Angelo gets them right, that is. He tends to confuse everyone's names. I
don't think we got any fun ones. We got Caitlin's Lenny, and that's probably the only real one. Everybody else's is pretty basic and normal. B, D, Ali, pretty straightforward ones.
But normally, you normally play on Friday nights, don't you? Yeah.
Normally.
So which venue do you prefer, the Shores or the Parks?
Oh, the Parks.
100%.
Shores is trash. I can say.
Just quietly.
Pretty much.
But it's also good we get to play some home games too at Oakden, which is good when we do get those and get to come home and get like more of our crowd will come out as well, kind of thing. So that's fun.
So does that mean you prefer the Friday or the Saturday game then? Because I think your home games are normally Saturdays, isn't it? When you do get a home game.
We got a few Friday home games this year, which will be good. I personally prefer a Friday game because we play them around the same time that we train. So it's just, I guess, that same time frame. Saturdays are just a bit, throws out your weekend a little bit, I think.
I'd agree. I'd say I like the Friday. It's good.
Yeah, Friday nights under the lights. Can't get better than that.
Yeah.
The downfall is when bucketing with rain.
That's true. Adelaide weather.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can't be any worse than Melbourne's weather. So my last question I'm going to ask is, how special has your fans been, especially, when you play on a Friday night?
Fans. I absolutely love Adelaide City fans. I always have, even when I left the club. There is this one group of fans and they're just so devoted to the club. They have nothing but love for the club. And yeah, even when I left, they were always still so nice to me when I would see them. And they really get around you, and it helps. It lifts you. It does, makes you perform better. It's just such a good environment to be in when you have people like that. And they're really like the backbone of the club as well. It's just like another thing to play for. I love the Adelaide City fans. They're amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to the Celery Squad. They are pretty awesome. They'll sit behind the goal and you can hear them yelling and screaming and getting behind you. And I think it's really special. You know, when I didn't play for Adelaide City, I used to think, oh my God, they're horrible. I hate playing against them. But now that I'm here, I'm like, it's amazing. I wish I had that before City. So it's definitely a unique group of people that come and support us, but they're some of the best people as well.
Yeah, I like that, the fact that they support both women's and men's. They're always there on a Friday night, and then they're always there for the men's game as well. So yeah, shout out to them. They're a big factor in our club.
All three, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. I'm hoping I'll be over in Adelaide a couple of times throughout the year to hopefully watch you all play and support the mighty black and white of Adelaide City. And let's hope it is back to, winning those three peats, so 3 trophies in the same year. And hopefully I'll be there to cheer you on once the season gets underway.
Thank you so much.
And of course, if you want to support the Mighty Adelaide City Football Club throughout the season, we'll put all the details up on when their games are on, as well as, of course, how you can get involved with City. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.